Hello.
Hello
How
everyone, how are
can
you?
you hear me?
How are we doing?
Hey, quiet. How are you, bro?
Yo, DB,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but
I can't hear DB though.
can you hear?
Right.
Can you hear me now? People in the chat can hear me. I hear none.
I hear you, DB. Yeah,
All
I
right.
hear you.
All right. Let's get going. Let's get going. Second stream for today. Had my first one with Impulse on X. I don't know if you were able to join that. But having a second one with CryArt, I'm gonna keep only one stream on Mondays. I don't think it makes much sense to have two, especially since I'm more a macro trader, and discussing the same things twice doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to test the schedule and see what works better for me. So I'll let you guys know.
Don't worry,
All right,
bro.
what do we got? Crazy few days. All the way down to 78K. We talked about Bitcoin being at the daily oversold area. I believe the lowest since the bear market lows at about 22, and which was to me a very big opportunity to buy some Bitcoin on spot. Or anything else, which was also massively oversold. I talked about Solana being also at the 3-day oversold area, gave a nice 40% pump. We traced a pretty big amount of it, but like profits could have been made if you
Hmm.
followed that idea. And we got some good retests of March 2021 highs for total market cap that played out well too. USDT dominance rejecting at 4.40, 4.50%. That was also an additional confluence to buy spot or to go long. Um, I wasn't a big fan of this happening during the weekend on low volume, which is why I personally took a lot of profits when Total 2 retested that 1.24 trillion area. To me, that was a big zone to flip and to support. Didn't expect that to happen on a weekend of a single tweet. So good decision. Many alts down 10, 15, 20% from yesterday. Looking for new buy opportunities now. But we can discuss everything in depth. So what have you shared now? Let's see.
For now, I'm just updating BTC.
Okay.
Uh, 15 and on M13, BF tapped an oversold area. Uh, Personally, I'm a fan of div, so I'm expecting something like this for a div formation. This cluster here on M15, it aligns with fib retracement levels 0.69, 0.72, and 0.75. Also, let me see on higher time frame a little bit what we got on this area. This was a support level as well at during these times. For now, I have only this area to share for intraday, but this is not the way I trade. I usually trade POCs, and I'm more lean on long in BTC at this area here. We have several POCs here: daily, weekly, 3D, 5D. Uh, Another thing is that the liquidity down here is not swept. Maybe we're gonna see a sweep here, and also by this we can fill all the imbalances left during last push. It was a uh, push over the weekend. That's why I said I didn't trust this push, and I took profit on majority of my spot backs. I left some move backs. We have also this imbalance here that was not filled. So we might sweep these lows and then probably trade higher over the day, over the, over the week. I mean, sorry. This is what I have on BTC. On 1 hour, it still has more room to go down. So have alerts at this area, and for long on here, I'm a little bit skeptic longing here
Yeah.
since we have a lot of imbalance here that needs filling. So
The problem is also that yesterday, with that push, a lot of alts and Bitcoin reached an overbought RSI level on the 4 hour. And now, although the majority of the market significantly dropped, nothing is really oversold, at least beyond the 1 hour. So 30-minute and 1 hour. Some things are not even oversold at the 1 hour time frame.
mhm,
Usually I look for 4 hour oversold or 4 hour overbought for more short-term stuff. That is not the case yet. So I think that will happen in the near future. When that happens, I will be looking for new long setups. And apart from that, I really don't like the way Total 2 is trading right now, if you can bring that up. So built that wick from February 3rd completely to the cent, to be honest. Front run my big level at 970 trillion, which I think we can still get at some point. But then rejected. Can you bring up Total 2? Fair.
yeah,
And then rejected at 1.23 trillion, and I also discussed it with Impulse. Without this level flipping, I have another resistance exactly there. Without that flipping into support,
here.
I know we're rejected yesterday,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
yesterday there as well.
yeah, 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 of course.
Yeah, so this is that higher box is to me like the macro level that needs to be flipped. Without that flipping and the index printing a higher high, to me, this is still in a downtrend. Of course, there's profits to be made up and down, but like if you're looking at the macro, this is still a downtrend. Now, what I personally don't like is that it has started accepting below the 1.16 trillion area. That
Mm-hmm.
was at least on a lower time frame level where I wanted to see some form of reaction. So for me, we are now not really not even in the scalp zone, to be honest. At least not for altcoins. I'm not talking about Bitcoin here. For alts, for Ethereum, I would ideally get that level at 9.70, 9.50 trillion or billion. That would be really, really nice for like swing longs and spot. And yeah, maybe that 1.10 trillion area for scalps, but not as keen on it. But I will see what the RSI says when if we drop there. But for here, accepting below that 1.17 trillion area for me is a risk off signal. So I want to see that being flipped into support so that it moves back into that mini range it has been trading on for a while.
Yeah, about these highs, I think the same. This probably gonna be tested several times, maybe 2, 3 times before it breaks out. Uh, Also aligning with BTC, this is a support area for me. So it's an area that must be hold because I consider this a range formation, and this is range lows and then trade again at the range highs. So this is how I'm gonna treat the market. This is support for me. This is gonna be resistance. If we don't break instantly, I'm gonna treat it as range and TP and buy TP buy until it breaks. I'm not gonna TP all of it. So every time this range high is reached, I'm gonna sell some and leave some moonbacks and probably look for higher zones. that's my thought on it when it comes to Total 2, which is pretty much the same as yours, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait for these zones, especially with all the events going on this week. Of course, that tweet from Trump raised expectations, caught the market off guard, basically led to this entire move up, which also means that news related to this get less and less important, right? Because this is also the market pricing this in already, this crypto reserve. But we will find out more on Friday probably about it. And if we don't get anything significant on Friday, I wouldn't be surprised if we sell off even more. Like expectations are already rising for that crypto summit at the White House, and if there's nothing that the market didn't know before or didn't hear about before, then I would probably be risk off going into the weekend. But yeah, still some days to go. We'll see how the price action develops until then. But on the macro, at least on the secondary market, not super bullish yet, and very happy that I took good profits last night. And we'll wait for that change of trend before entering the market heavy again.
Yeah. What you got for USDT? It tested
USDT
the yeah, it tested the range that we had
Mhm.
on the top.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Also got a 4-hour RSI oversold alert for USDT
Mm,
dominance 27. So that
yeah.
was just enough confluence to take profits, especially on a Sunday.
Vishu, I'll answer everything after the updates are done. Spare me a second. What were you saying, DB? Sorry, bro.
I
Yeah.
was just talking about USDT dominance, nothing in particular.
Yeah. Maybe I should look at this. It's messy. Yeah, it might come to some
Another,
resistance here, aligning with the total that I shared.
even if you look at total market cap, not just total two, it has also not been able to flip back above the range it has been trading. Like just did a bearish retest, and this is a bearish retest unless confirmed otherwise, and I will treat it as a bearish retest unless it is confirmed otherwise, because I have no reason to believe that this is not a bearish retest when the index already dropped by 7% since retesting it. I don't know if you're looking into it right now.
Which one?
Total market cap.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, look at that. That's just clean, just clean. And if you ignore the emotions and all the sentiment that's coming from headlines, you will notice this because you will have your alerts around these areas, and when they hit, especially with some RSI confluence, and especially after such a move, you simply take profits, no questions asked, and then. But what if it goes higher, right? Well, I will move. I'll miss the entire move. Yeah. What if it doesn't? You just need to wait for that confirmation, and then you buy a retest.
Yeah, that's right.
This is like the biggest argument that people use for not taking profit. What if I drop my bag and it goes higher? And first of all, you need to have a system on when to drop a bag, right? So you make sure you sell as close to the top as possible. But even if your system fails and you get a level like this flip, you just buy a retest. You'll always get pullbacks. But we treat it as resistance as long as we don't have the confirmation, and that's exactly what I got. Total market cap for total two, for USDT dominance, but support, of course. So here again, no buy zone for me. Either reclaim that area that we rejected from,
Yeah, I
or
think
maybe print a higher low at
this
2.6. Is it 84, 2.84?
This area is gonna serve us as a zone to determine what's gonna happen next. If flipped, this zone's gonna be retested several times, I think. It's a big zone to flip.
Yeah.
Mm. What do we got else? Others
Yeah,
is losing
others
some support
others
here.
wasn't very helpful yesterday. As you can see, it didn't even reach a resistance area. And
Mm.
that is because mid caps have been lagging yesterday. You can see that from others' dominance dropping as well, which is very logical because we got headlines about Solana, ADA, and XRP.
Yeah, top
Um,
10.
top 10, high caps moving, and
Mm-hmm.
logically mid caps suffering a bit. Of course, growing as well, which is logical after such a big move, but showing relative weakness. So others wasn't the best indicator to trade the market yesterday. I think Total 2 was better.
Yeah, I agree. I had my alerts at this zone, and when they hit, I just took profits. Others, others didn't have a clean chart here.
Yeah, and still also in a downtrend. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
On a higher time frame, still in a downtrend. That 200 billion area would be pretty juicy if we get that at some point, which is not impossible. I mean, we still don't have any change of trend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would need a higher high for that,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
It's still bearish since we broke structure here at this point where we dropped. This retest was the sell, and still then we are in a bearish trend,
Yeah.
making lower lows, lower highs.
Look at the left side of your chart for others, and you can see what the downtrend means and what it means for the index to break structure. That's exactly the same, right? This is a very good example. Like you printed a lower a higher low after the
Hmm.
August wick, and it got a higher high, and then
Yeah,
you basically did a retest,
this
and
trigger
you
was to buy here.
exactly that was also a higher low, and that's exactly what I'm looking at now. So even if I didn't catch that August 5th nuke, I could have bought in late October and still make good profits because I had more confluence that we are close to an uptrend because the structure has changed. I don't have that yet, which is why I will still be aggressive in taking profits. And when I get something similar to October, I'll buy more. If I don't get it, I know that I've taken good profits and I have good stables, and maybe look for even lower.
Yeah. To be
But it
honest,
makes a lot of
I know we bought it this week. I think we bought some coins here, but it's a lot of more stress buying here than here because here you have a confirmation to buy, while here you just you don't have anything. You just pray it's gonna pump. Was the obvious place to buy though, but was the obvious place to buy, but you had no zero confirmation, while this trigger here was a confirmation because it printed bullish structure here. This is bullish structure.
yeah, very good example of how we navigate the market on the macro. Very good
Look,
example.
look, for example, it rejected, reclaimed, then retested the support here. It's best if you look at the line chart. It shows you decent support here. So it was an obvious place to trigger your buys. Here, same stuff here, guys. The structure is still bearish until it starts making higher highs.
And I really suggest that you start using these indexes as well. I know many do, but I also know that many don't make the effort to look at these indexes, replicate them, understand how they work. I can guarantee you will become better and more independent traders and investors once you start understanding how these indexes work because they give you a very good idea where we stand in the market on a higher time frame and when it is time to buy, when it is time to sell. So I highly encourage you to do that. As you can see, these levels are in most cases respected for all these indexes, give either others, USDT dominance, total two. These are very helpful and they help you create a system which makes you less reliant on anyone.
You
And
know what?
the big reason why we discuss these things and why we don't just discuss all setups, right? Because we could just discuss all setups, buy here, sell here, this is your stop loss, is because we want you to grow and we want you to be less reliant on these streams. That is why we work in the academy session, right? We don't want you to be just reliant on official calls, on buy setups. We want you to turn into good, profitable, independent traders and investors. And I think these things matter a lot. We will get to the all setups as well, but this is why we always start the streams discussing these, at least for the first 30 minutes. Sorry, Quiet, go ahead.
No, I was just asking, do you know the time they're gonna be streaming? John and what's
Idea.
okay. Yeah, Ada. 2P Ada went to 70% move in a 15-minute candle or 30 minutes.
That's just the biggest scam, man. This is a high cap, unbelievable.
Yeah, man, this is something else. Look, 80%.
Oh man. I really hope we get something interesting from the crypto summit because otherwise, phew, I don't know. Let's see.
Marek, I used EMA 200 for the BTC idea, which was really pico, and I had several. I like to have several other confluences on these. Here there were several pucks at this zone. I moved stops break even because it was 4 a.m. for me when I got filled. It when I went to sleep, it bounced at 3%. Went to sleep, then it just retested, and then this was EME 200 here. And I asked Tupi. I don't check those, but I asked Tupi, can you show me where EMA is? EMA 200. So it can be a confluence for sure.
I don't. I personally don't use EMAs.
I don't, but on higher time frame, this worked here. This was EME 200 at this level.
Why not? Because my system is working the way it is designed. I never usually tried to improve it with EMAs. Just a lack of curiosity. Not that I have anything against them.
Yeah, if it works, uh, if it works, you should not change. Should not change how you operate. Personally, I don't. I know Carlo tries to bullshit tag me every time to push me on trading stuff like momentum plays and etc. But I don't do that. I stay to my system. I'm profitable like that. So
Yeah, very yeah,
maybe
good
we should.
system. I
Uh,
had a question about TradeFi and the dollar. To me, the dollar is still at support. It dropped today, but still at the macro support. As long as it is at this support, I find it hard to believe that we can start a big uptrend for cryptocurrencies. I'm looking for a drop below 106 for the dollar, so it trades back into that channel it has been trading on for 2 years. That would be a more risk-on signal for me. As you know, on the macro side of things, I'm still a bit conservative. The first reason being that I still didn't see this change of trends on key indexes, and the second one being that we still don't know what the macro will be like, and what inflation will be like in the next few weeks and months, and what that means for interest rates and quantitative tightening. So far, stock markets haven't dropped that much. They had quite a lot of reason to do so, given all the tariff tensions and insecurities with the interest rates. But I think at some point we will have an interest rate cut this year, be that in June or in September. And once it becomes more clear when that's going to happen, I think the market will try to front run it, price it in before it happens, and then we just print the top for the cycle, in my view. I find it hard to believe that the cycle will extend beyond this year, but yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Also, DXY was a clean area for a bounce and be an area to take profits as well because it was really at support.
Yeah, I've been talking about this a lot actually.
This was resistance here, so I only expect a big move on crypto market and stock market if this zone is lost.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what I said as well. I agree.
thoughts on ETH. I don't have those box. Wait. Oh yeah, I do. Mm. I rather trade this buffer on M15. This can give you a clearer view if your trade is invalidated. Although it's a legit area to long, for sure. Yeah, stops under this value area low. This is your last reserve for your stop loss to not hit. It's not much. Yeah. Uh, I have some questions. XRP is not cancelled. Crypto WatchGuard. It's not cancelled. SUI and INJ is break even. Yes. Uh, Any
Sui,
thoughts?
I think we will be able to buy Sui, if not in our limit that we have with you, at least at 230.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
I
waiting that for ages.
I mean, on the higher time frame is not giving me anything to be super bullish on it, to be honest.
SUI, yes. Here to buy, I had zero triggers for SUI. Uh, no triggers except this H4 bull div, but I had zero levels to know that to buy this here. Uh, For spot buys, I'm looking at these two areas. This one I have a combo with DB, and this one is an area I'm looking for a div. Something like this. Let me check. Oh, stopped break even. I'm stop break even on Sui.
Yeah, a little bit too early to buy in my view. Not even 1 hour oversold on Sui. Let alone 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours still has a lot of room to drop. I'm pretty sure we'll get 230 to 205. So I'm betting on that one. It would be a good zone to buy. Tau as well. I don't think it's there yet. No change of structure. So 281 and
For
potential 240.
yeah, for Tau I have official limit at 280, but I'm gonna observe, as I wrote here, I'm gonna observe RSI for bull div at 308. If it gives me a div, I might grab some spot, and also if it aligns with my total stuff. So keep in mind.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find it hard to believe that we don't get that fill at 200 and
I'm waiting
80.
a long time. Man.
I mean, my as I said, nothing has changed. My invalidation to this idea would be at least flipping above 400. Flips above 400, we can discuss some form of change of structure. And then I will be looking for new levels, but as long as that's not the case, phew, I don't need to speculate that it's going to break structure, and this is the bottom. That's not how I operate. So Tau 281 to 240, Sui at 2.35 to like 204. Big zones. If we get those, I will probably just focus on building a bag on those two and like not bother too much on other coins.
Yeah, you don't have to be Pico on spot. You just start buying this. Make a TWAP.
Yeah, exactly. Like what I've noticed, especially during these big sell-offs that we've seen, like Bitcoin at 78K, is people being hesitant to buy because they wait for that Pico bottom. I mean, at these levels where everything is just oversold, just buy a little bit of spot, maybe every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes. Just add to your spot bags. Of course, when it comes to leverage trades, you want to have a good entry because of the margin of error is smaller, and you're not tolerated to make too big mistakes. But with spot, it's absolutely fine. Like Solana, for example, what difference did it make if you bought it 135, 132, 130, 128? It didn't, because it went all the way to 175 or so. And with Sui as well. I mean, I shared this idea on my Twitter today. 235 to like 2 would be my DCA zone, and my invalidation would be probably dropping below that 2 area.
For Rena, guys, I have official limit on active spot. You can check it out.
It's still official?
It is 345, daily close under 3.32.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Ana is so weak, man. Like dropped almost 20% since yesterday.
I think it's gonna give the last liquidity sweep on this one and then trade higher at my level here. It's an area, it's a good area. We have tested, retested several times here, so there must be a lot of bids here waiting.
I'm having also some hesitancy because of the heavy unlocks for Ana.
When?
But yeah, that's a good try, I think.
When are
Let's
those?
see. Sorry?
When are those? When are they gonna lock?
Oh, they're constant. It's not like a single event.
Ah, okay.
And the coin is barely diluted.
Okay.
The project is pretty good. Like fundamentally, they got really good partnerships, partnering up with BlackRock as well. But the token, I don't know. As I said, too many unlocks.
Um,
Hmm. Interesting. The the VIX is also surging right now, which is a volatility indicator for stock markets. And
mhm.
whenever that happens, it's a big indication that we might see a bigger move on stock markets. Something to notice and keep in mind.
Just got a DM. Sorry, guys. Mm. Unlock 5th March of a bigger one. 5th of March. It can pump till then. Before the unlock, it usually pumps before unlocks, then it dumps a lot after.
Depends a lot on the market. I think if the market is dropping, it usually dumps before the unlocks, like Solana, for example. And then the actual unlock event is not that impactful on the price.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if Ana doesn't hold here, I think your limit can get filled at some point. But as I said, not much willingness to buy here. At least until we get that 1.08 for total 2, which is not a big macro support zone, but I would rather be interested in some buys there than in the middle of nowhere with the right triggers, or oversold RSI or like a bull dip forming. What are stock markets doing? S&P 500. Um. Okay, shopping around.
For Solana, guys, I have this area. 146.7 and 144.1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait this level and look for a div. You're welcome, buddy. What else? What else? Unlocks.
Ave also down 12% since yesterday. Closed is a bit too early, not gonna lie.
Gosh.
Could have called another 6% on this. What's happening?
Hmm?
What's up? Why are you saying Bosch?
I mean, that I sold it.
Oh yeah, I could have caught another 5% on it, but I on this one I didn't stay loyal to my system.
Did you
But
had an heart attack?
I still caught like 17% move, which isn't bad.
Is the ETF approaching? Love to hear your view. I have no comment regarding the ETF. I don't know what's gonna do.
I personally don't think the ETF is such a big catalyst for LTC. I don't know. I'm just skeptical of it because of the price action of Ethereum. There were basically no inflows into the Ethereum ETF. So I don't have much reason to believe that we will see a lot of influx of capital towards other cryptocurrencies. Clearly, the biggest interest from institutional investors has been on BTC. So yeah, maybe if we get some speculation on regarding an ETF, that might lead to a surge. But I doubt that the actual ETF will bring that much. But yeah, I mean, it's just pure speculation, right? But we will need to see how high the inflows will be once it gets an ETF.
On it. Minute bull dip on it.
LTC.
Yeah. Think I made a mistake moving even here.
I don't know why you put two DCA bits when you move your stops break even right after your first one gets filled. Just let it fill, man.
You're right. Also, Sui 30 minutes.
Yeah, there goes Poopy with his imaginary target. Thank you.
It already made a bull dip. It already made a bull dip. Look. I'm gonna send it to your mom.
We drive on Sui. What do you mean, like on?
On div,
You
30 minutes free drive.
Div.
Bull dip, bull dip. It made the 30-minute bull dip. It wants a lower low here to make a 3 drive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see what you. Okay, I thought you already did it. All right, I was looking for a
Like
for a
this
3 drive.
one.
Yeah, I know. I just thought that it already did it, and I was looking for it and didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's your second limit, isn't it? 2.8170.
Yeah. I'm keeping it. This is the limit.
I mean, if you're keeping it, then you should probably announce it in your corner as well. TP, I can teach you. No, I know what it means. Appreciate it. We got a beautiful 3 drive on Solana as well. Before it pumped to 175. Yeah, I agree with 2 p.m. Crier. Just send out an notification.
Okay. To send completely a new trade, right?
Well, since it got stop break even, I think you should send a new trade. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, sure.
Now the 30 minutes is oversold. Could see that 3 dive happening on M30. 1 hour not yet, but maybe 30 minutes is enough for a scalp.
I would try this on Rose, or I would check if this trades like this and bid this retest. Having a limit here is not quite right because the RSI on M30 is not quite oversold, haven't tapped oversold here. And it might give you, it might break off this box, give a bull div here, and then reclaim this, and then you long this. Or if it just goes straight down, and this is a better area and better RR for Rose.
Do you need to eat, Baron?
Yeah, it's almost time.
What time is it? Baron?
Guys,
You're cutting out.
I'm cutting.
Yeah.
I'm fasting, so I have to leave.
I was
So,
asking at what time do you have to eat? What time is it?
oh, you didn't hear?
No, you cut out.
At 5:35.
Oh, all right, all right. Yeah, let's wrap it up. I think we covered everything, and I was also on stream a bit earlier, so everything was discussed.
I'm fasting, guys, so I have to be eating at like 7 minutes. So I haven't eaten anything or drink anything all day. So
All right, enjoy your meal, bro. And thank you everyone for joining. I
thanks
appreciate it
for
as
that, man.
always. Let me know on the fundamentals if you need anything, if you have questions or comments. Thank you for joining and take care. Stay safe trading.
Yeah, guys, thanks everyone. Enjoy your day.
Have a good one.
Make sure you tag me on chart ideas if you need anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day. Take care.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Ciao. Ciao, boys, girls.